gonna still try to get this camera to go. But we on.
Yo, 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 what is good? It is your boy, Southside. We outside. This is how we do it. I'm back with the boys. It is a football Friday, my favorite day.
What's up,
Yeah.
fellas? What's up? What's
Yep.
up? What's up?
We got Troy to my right. Well, depending on how you're looking at it.
Yeah,
How you
depending
doing,
on
my
how you're
man?
looking. I'm good, man. I'm excited to be here,
You
bro.
ready? You ready to get this rocking?
Yeah, we might have a guest in the building, but we might not. All right, don't
Alright.
get up too high. It might show up, might not. Who knows? But go ahead, kick it back to
All
me.
right. Here we go. We got the Bay Area bully Moolish. He's not on the screen right now, but we're
Yeah,
working on
man.
it.
I know I'm having technical difficulties right now, but man, bump all that. I don't need y'all to feel this energy through that little screen list, that little faces icon that y'all see my voice, you know what I'm saying, vibrating and stuff like that. I'm out here, man. How y'all doing? Stop playing with me.
All right, we good. We got. See, first things. This is gonna be a very quarterback centric Friday. A lot of quarterback stuff going on this week. The first one I wanted to touch on, and I wanted real time reaction. That's why I didn't even bring it up when we were talking about docs. So, Deshaun Watson makes his debut on Sunday.
I mean,
Against the Texans.
I put him on a thumbnail. So I kind of knew we was talking about him, but yeah, I mean,
Against
Oh, okay.
the
See,
Texans.
the
great
bathrobe,
mouthing.
the bathrobe himself is he's coming back, man. I wonder what he's gonna play in. Is he gonna be in his full uniform, like football uniform, or is he coming with a towel? I don't know.
I don't know. He's gonna come
Don't know.
massage the defense. That's what I heard.
No, he gained a new skill, massage.
Yeah, that's just going to be his Madden superstar ability. He's going to
Right,
just massage.
it's a new trait.
Mhm.
It's a new
I heard
trait.
in his contract stipulations he has to have at least 5 masseuses on the sideline at all times, like by the table, you know what I'm saying, just in case
Then
you
what do you
cramp up
do?
or
You just need to
anything.
look at
You
him. He
feel
just
me?
gotta look at
Just in
him.
case, bro. You never know. Just in case, you gotta
It's
have him on deck. You know what I'm saying? So
funny you
I'm
bring that
excited.
up. Only because there's a report that 10 of the women are supposed to be showing up to the game.
Is that right?
That's
Yes. So
see,
you tell me I'm,
Mel, I'm not gonna without revealing anything, but this will be good for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This conversation will be good for that.
this is
Absolutely,
true.
brother.
Right. It
True.
doesn't I
Absolutely.
don't think this one belongs, but we're gonna talk about it. But
I was gonna
this
say
will
we're
be
gonna
good
get
for
into it
that.
though.
That's all I'm
It's
gonna
gonna be
say.
good for
Yeah.
that, but we'll get
This
into
will
it
be
for
good
sure.
for that. All right?
Right.
On that, we'll get into it on more detail. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
never until you see it.
I'm,
That's the
this
detail.
is
You see it with your
yeah.
eyes.
Now this one, we go. I'm just keeping it as far as football because
Yeah.
well,
I think it's weird. You're gonna
I think it's
watch him
very rare.
go play football.
Right. Well, it's more or
They're
less
gonna
from
have
what I heard.
signs. They're gonna have
It's supposed to
signs.
be it's supposed to be a protest of some sort.
They're gonna get
But
kicked out. They're gonna get kicked out.
my thing is now who's the victim at this point now? Is it the women or is it Deshaun Watson?
This is interesting, and
It is.
I feel like this is more problematic than anything. And here's why:
Hmm.
you're paying your hard-earned money to come see the person that, quote unquote, assaulted you. Now, I don't know if you're getting it for free. I don't know the stipulations or anything like that, but I
No,
don't know.
they
It just
paid.
seems like there's like, why would you pay your hard-earned money to go see a person that
Allegedly.
is
No,
allegedly
matter of fact,
did these
matter of
things?
fact, we can't even say allegedly no more. He was found not guilty on all
I've
of
been
it.
saying it from
So
the jump. I ain't saying allegedly anything because I'm a criminal justice major. You guys know that. I go with facts, and the facts are 2 grand juries didn't charge him, so it wasn't enough evidence.
Right.
yep.
So,
So
Too much
it's just
hearsay.
you know,
It's too much
it's
hearsay.
just
That's just what
interesting
it
to
boils down
me
to.
that 10 of these women would band together to come to a game that they probably had no prior interest in, to see their abuser in his workplace,
right. It's
or
absolutely
an
retarded to me.
abuser quote unquote said abuser at his workplace because we don't want to implicate
Wow.
anybody.
Yeah, and it's I mean it's a bit much. I mean, the court system did its thing. So to me, you should allow him to go out and now do his job. Which now I would think Jacoby Brissett held the fort down as good as he could possibly do it.
Absolutely.
Where do you see Cleveland going now with Deshaun behind center, ready to go?
Now, this is another point that I kind of wanted to swing
That's
in
a good
because I've
question.
seen some footage from their practice, right? And if you're looking at his throws, if you're looking at his form, if you're looking at how he's moving in the pocket, if you're looking at how he's reading the defense, he looks like he hasn't necessarily lost a step. Now, I understand that that's practice. I understand that that's a team, and I understand those are people you see every single day. So you know their mannerisms, you know their techniques, you know exactly where they're going to be before they're going to be. I get that. But as far as being an athlete, it looks like he still is because he's still very, very young. So it's not like he's old or anything trying to come back to the game. It looks like he still has a lot of explosiveness, a lot of great torque to his game and to his throws and to his runs when he's in the pocket, when he's extending the plays, making trying to extend the play and make another big play. Now, the video that they did drop, because I had to go on YouTube and I had to go really actually search up their practice film, but the video they dropped on the timeline on Twitter was him throwing his to his receivers and them all dropping the ball. Now, that to me can look like two things. One, he's rusty and he's not really ready. Or two, he
They're not
throws,
used to that.
they're
Yeah, they're
not
not
used to
used to
that
that.
power. They're not
Yeah.
used to that power. And that's a different kind of animal when you got somebody like that behind the quarterback and at the helm. So I just feel like now you're going to start to see kind of an energy change. Like, okay, now we got our guy. Now let's start to put these things together. Now let's start to open up this playbook. Now let's start to see what Deshaun Watson can really do. And they're going back to the Texans. I think this is going to be a game. He might start off a little shaky, but as he starts to settle in, I don't know. I feel like we might see the return of Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I mean, it could go two ways. It could go. We see a refresh, Deshaun, because he hasn't played in a while. So his body hasn't been taking any punishment. His legs, no wear and tear because of his run game. So maybe we see him at his best, or maybe we see Deshaun coming with a lot of rust on him, and he may be looking like Russell Wilson out this. Let's ride.
We will not have Russell Wilson slander.
Let's ride. It's all
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Yeah, but he could come out with a lot of rust on him. But I think the game plan. I think that was the question you asked. I think the game plan. What are they? 3-7 or something like that? 3-8. What
I
are the
believe
Browns?
so.
I think 4-7.
I think 4-7. I believe
4-7. Let me double check. Okay, let me just go make sure. Let me just make sure.
Because I think
4-7. They ain't making the playoffs.
See, but this is okay.
Let me see what their chances are because I have the playoffs right here. Let me see, Brown.
Okay.
Wins tiebreaker over Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. Sorry, they win tiebreaker over Pittsburgh based on head-to-head win percentage. That's how they can make it. The reason why they will make it. Like,
because I look at it this way.
So how many games are left? That's 11 games. There's 6 games left.
But there's 6 games left. Yeah.
That's 10-7 if he wins all 6.
What's their schedule look like? Who they play the next 6 games?
Texans, Bengals, Ravens, Saints, Commanders, Steelers.
They can go 4-2.
But see, that's what I'm saying. 4-2 ain't good enough to make the playoffs.
I don't see them necessarily making the playoffs this year. I do see them kind of making like a late run, but they might miss the playoffs by a game.
No,
I mean, can they beat out Jacksonville?
Yes.
Jacksonville plays the Lions, Tennessee, Jaguars, Jets, Texans, Jaguars. Titans. Sorry. Talking about Jaguars. Okay. They don't play themselves. Troy.
So I was like, that's a crazy game.
That's a
Um,
fucking crazy game. Two Trey Lawrence. They both suck. No,
yeah,
two
we're not gonna
Trevor.
go
They
there.
both suck. You feel me?
Now, I think they can. No, I think they can make the playoffs. Dark horse. They can still win the division.
Yeah, but then
That's
what
not
I'm saying,
egregious to say because they really can.
the two, they could win the division. The two teams in front of them is Jacksonville and the Raiders.
No, Ravens.
Raiders. The Cleveland right now in the playoffs.
No, in the division. No, in the division. No, in
I'm
the
talking
division.
about in the playoffs. They're 13.
Yeah, I'm
Raiders
just talking about
12.
division. I'm just talking about
I'm
division.
talking. That's what I'm saying. I was saying this is why I'm saying I don't see them making it to the playoffs, and that's because the Raiders are in front of them. I don't know if the Raiders make the playoffs, and the Jags are in front of them. I don't know if they make the playoffs. So there's a slim chance they do, but you said they what? They win the division?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Who's in the division?
Excuse me.
Who's in the division?
The AFC North.
Who's in the division?
The AFC North.
Who's in the division?
With running legs and running legs. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's in the
So it's
division?
running legs, and Pickens. Who running legs you taking? Because I'm taking the one in black.
Hmm? We'll talk about that one later. We're going that's on the way.
Let me see.
That's on the way. I still think Cleveland.
The Ravens are probably 98% going to win the division. If not them, it would be Cincinnati. But I don't see Cincinnati winning it. So I'm going with.
Oh, we in here.
Oh, shit. Who that
Okay,
nigga on the screen?
we got it. All right.
Let's
So
go, man. Let's go.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I definitely don't see them winning the division. I'm not. That's blasphemy. Them winning the division over Baltimore and Cincinnati.
The Ravens are 2-0 in the division. The Bengals are 1-3 in the division. The Browns are 2-1 in the division. The Steelers are 1-2 in the division. So if they can cap off a win against the Ravens and another one against the Bengals, they get the
they can do it.
tiebreaker. So
And with Deshaun,
not happening. Not happening.
because this is what I'm basing it off of. This is exactly what I'm basing it off of. With Deshaun Watson now at quarterback, we don't know what he's going to look like. We don't know how he's going to play yet. But top to bottom, they have the best team in the division.
No, I mean Cleveland's always been a good team. Just
So
don't think. I think with Watson coming in, now you got to go back. Now you got to go to the game plan that you have for Watson, and that's a new game plan with the rest of those guys are used to playing.
well, but that's what I'm saying. That
So now everybody has to get readjusted. You ask them to get readjusted in 6 games to win out against the Ravens, who has 3 more wins than them. So you're talking about a complete collapse with the Ravens. You're talking about the Bengals, who has 3 more wins than them. You're talking about complete collapse with the Bengals just for the Browns to win the division. I can't go that far.
Okay, now I'll segue that into the Lamar Jackson because I told you it's going to be very quarterback centric. What we're going to do today. Lamar Jackson has the worst collection of talent of any elite quarterback in the NFL. He can't continue to play with subpar talent and expect to win games. At some point, it's going to come to his breaking point, and I think the breaking point starts this week because it's teams are going to start getting, they're going to get healthier, they're going to get better. They're starting to find their grooves at this point in the season. We're past the midway part of the season. Everybody's really starting to ramp up. The, the Ravens can't ramp up. There's no reason why they didn't go out and get him a number 1 wide receiver. He's not going to beat the Chiefs. He's not going to beat the Titans, the Bills. He's not beating any of these teams without an elite wide receiver. Not even an elite wide receiver, a legit number 1.
The Ravens' next games. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ, help me.
Yeah.
The Broncos.
Yep.
The Steelers.
Yep.
The Browns.
Yep.
The Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
The Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Bengals.
That's why.
No, I
This is
don't think
what
that's a tough. I think they definitely beat the Broncos. They beat the Broncos. They beat the Steelers. I got them beating the Browns. They beat the Falcons. The Steelers might catch them one of those games, and I'm gonna see the second game, and then
you have way
they go in and
you
they beat the
have
Bengals.
you have way more faith.
So they go 13 and whatever that is.
That is, if they win 13 fucking games, pay Lamar Jackson his $300 million right now.
I got
With
no
that
issue.
roster, yeah, absolutely.
13 games.
You pay him that, and then I want to
Absolutely.
tap onto that. Michael Vick had an interview. I think it was on Club Shay Shay,
I seen that.
where he mentioned why Lamar should not want a max salary, and he said because it was the same issue that he faced, not being able to sign premier talent once you get the big bucks as the quarterback.
Oh no, 100%. I agree with that. No, I'm not talking about his money. I'm just talking about
No,
teamwork.
no, no, no. I'm just moving along. Just moving along. It's like as Lamar, I know he wants to get paid, but do you really want to deal with this type of a roster for the next 5 years?
And that's the problem. The thing about Lamar Jackson is I get you want to, and this is the thing about all NFL quarterbacks. I get they want to get their money. I get they want to get paid, right? But everybody knows that the NFL quarterback is immensely overpaid, right?
LA!
But when, and this is the stressful part, when you get your money, then you complain that you don't have enough pieces around you. But you could have got the pieces had you signed a Tom Brady-esque contract, right? Like that's the
Mhm.
reason why Tom Brady won
What's
so
up,
fucking
Tell?
much. Everybody wants to understand
Tell me
why
in
he
the
won.
chat.
It's because
Right.
he signs contracts so that they can go out and get these players. They can go out and get these pieces, whether it be on offense and or defense. It
Ooh,
does not
Kelly's a
matter.
Ravens fan.
Like you gotta understand that if you want your team to succeed, you have to have the pieces. It's not just a quarterback. This is the reason why I always stress. Like, yes, I get the responsibility of a football game. 9 times out of 10 comes down on a quarterback, but it's not a quarterback game, bro. It's not a quarterback game. You have to have the right pieces around you. It does not matter on either side of the ball. So if Lamar goes out and he gets $300 million, that's cool for him. But who the fuck you gonna throw to? Because the people you're throwing to right now, they're not doing it for you, brother. I'm sorry.
Not gonna get it done.
You're not
And
gonna win a
I
Super Bowl
think
with just Mark Andrews. That's not gonna
I
happen.
think the Ravens look completely different because I personally don't think the 49ers are going to give Debo Samuel the money that he wants.
No, absolutely not.
Now
They're gonna be smart.
imagine Debo Samuels in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson. That's a, that's a totally different animal. That's your
That's a
offense
different
now.
animal because Debo could run the ball too, and the ways they could put them in the option, the read option, it would be crazy.
But
Right, like
I would still need a viable down the field threat.
Down the field threat, yeah, you would
no, you
That
got
would
definitely
be
need
my
a
problem.
over the
no,
top
you
wide
got
receiver.
you got those two. You got two. They already have two of those dudes. You got Rashard Bateman and you got Devin Duvernay. That's their job.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
just need a guy when it's
In,
time to make a play
in short yardage situations.
that you can just go. You can if it's 3rd and 11, he can get you 13 yards.
hmm I can understand that point. I can definitely understand that point. I can definitely understand that point. It's just for
Um,
me personally, I feel like if the Ravens want to have success again and thinking about the last time, yes, the last time they went to the Super Bowl, they had a great defense, right? But look at what they did with Joe Flacco.
but they
They just
overdid it with the ring game.
Yeah, they overdid it with the run game, right? But at the same time, they had a really, really good down the field threat. He wasn't like super crazy superstar good, but the boy was fast and he can semi catch. So hey, put him out there. Joe
Yeah,
Flacco has a strong
but
arm. We're
that's
gonna throw him out there and you see what happens, right? So that's the thing for me. It's like I do like that Debo, but if they do make that Debo move, or do make a move for a player like Debo, I do like that move. It's just when you have to let and I like Robinson as well because he's a flyer. He can definitely run.
mhm.
You have to open up the offense at that point because now it's a different aspect. And And this is what a lot of people aren't talking about. Kenyon Drake in that offense is absolutely amazing. He is. I
Yeah.
think. I think he's found his. I think he's found his spot because for a smaller kind of runner, he's very, very physical. Not to mention that he can work out of the backfield. So
And Kenyon Drake ain't small.
I
That
mean, he's
motherfucker is
not small. He's pretty big, but
6 feet, 220.
you feel me? Like as far as smaller stature kind of running back, quote unquote. This is what they
No,
say, right? Smaller stature.
because because his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield.
Exactly. So they would label
Exactly.
him as a
Right.
pass back or as a pass catcher back, right? But
Yeah.
I try to tell people all the time. He went to Bama. He played in the SEC. He
That's
the
a
boy
that's a big
the boy can bang. Don't do that to that man.
yeah.
So
He a
I
big boy. Like I don't.
he can move some people's out the way. Okay,
Mhm.
so I think he's really found the offense that works for him with a healthy blend of play action passes to get him in space and through the tackle runs to the point where now he can create his own space and he can make
Yeah.
big plays with his legs, which he's
Right.
very, very dangerous as we see because we've seen it in
But,
Miami.
but remember when the Ravens were good, they all that top defense. They also had a good running game, and it wasn't just Lamar. It was Big
No,
Trust.
that's
What was Brandon? What was his name?
yeah.
Ingram.
Mark,
Mark Ingram.
Yeah,
Mark Ingram. But this is
yeah. And
why
then it was
this
the other dude too. They had another dude there. What Ingram? It was a two back set, if I'm not mistaken.
well, J.K. Dobbins was a rookie.
No, it wasn't. It was. I could swear it was somebody else that was. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of another team.
Mm-mm. Well, he's been part of two good backfields. When he was in New Orleans, it was him and Alvin Kamara.
What year was that? So it was. How long J.K. been in the league? He's been. He was
This
on
was
that team. He was on that team when the Marlins went to the playoffs. That
I'm
the
pretty
team.
sure it was
mhm.
Gus Edwards
Gus
because he kept
Edwards.
because he kept getting hurt. Remember, he tore his ACL and he tore his
Yeah,
Achilles.
yeah. It was Gus. It
So
was Gus. There you go. It was a two back set with Gus
But
and
I'm gonna tell you the dark horse guy. Two moves that I think Baltimore could make that would make them instant Super Bowl contenders. Without, like I said, getting that number one wide receiver, a guy like Debo, something like that. But Dallas is going to move on from Ezekiel Elliott. You bring Ezekiel Elliott in to that offense with that offensive line, and just let him, like, dude, go do you. There's pretty much the
I
same
don't
type
like
of
that.
offense you bring.
I don't like that.
Mm-mm, I do. I
I don't
do.
like that.
I do not like that. I don't
I
like
don't
that at
like
all,
that.
bro.
I don't like that.
Why not? Why not?
Give me Tony Pollard. I think because Kenya, and then plus on top of it, if Kenyon Drake is working in that offense, why would you then want to undercut him and bring somebody else in who most of the time probably going to be injured and he's still going to have
He
to
was
play?
he wasn't the starter in the beginning.
I know, I understand that, but if he's doing that well in that system, won't you
No,
utilize him?
they have a running back carousel. They
No,
have Gus
I know,
Edwards.
understand that,
Like, but my thing is, you bring in a dude that can
uh,
stabilize it.
Zeke
Nah,
stabilizes it.
yes, in that offense, yes, yes, most definitely.
I don't know, bro. I just feel like with that two back system that Dallas has, I feel like it's a lot better.
But no, what I'm saying is Dallas is going to let Ezekiel Elliott go. He won't be on the Cowboys next year.
That's fine, but that don't mean nah. I don't.
I just don't think it's smart though, because to me
You know who I
personally,
think is the
Tony
perfect
Pollard
type
is
of
not an
running back
every
with
down
Lamar?
back. I
You know
don't
who I
believe
think
he's
is
a
the
20
perfect.
carry back.
You know who I think is the perfect type of running back with Lamar? A guy like Alvin Kamara. I think that's like the perfect type running back for Lamar.
He didn't no because he didn't. So my thing is this: I'm looking at that's the same type of offense that Ezekiel Elliott came from when he was in college. That's what made him the number one back taken in the draft. It was that type of an offense.
Yeah, but that he's not the same person. He's not. We
No, no.
cannot say and act like he's the same person.
But my thing is, when you remove somebody from their current situation, most of the time, what happens is they get a jolt, they get a change in attitude.
Yeah, for four games, and then all of a sudden he goes back to the regular Ezekiel.
Well, see, you just get,
Now
we
you're
don't know
4-0, and
what's
now you're
going.
about to be 4-4. Right.
Yeah, but you're not. You don't have to pay him a lot of money. That's the point. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
right, but you
You're
don't. But saying you can pay Kenyon Drake less money than what you have to pay him, and he's working in the system already.
Kenyon Drake is already on the team. You don't have to pay him shit.
Right.
But he's not. Kenyon Drake is. There's a
And if
reason
you
why Kenyon
bring
Drake's.
Video in, you're going to pay him more than what you're paying Drake.
Right, but there's a
Right.
reason why
That's
Kenyon
what I'm
Drake.
saying. So instead of
Kenyon
you
Drake has
spending that
never been
money
a
there,
number.
but instead of
Kenyon
you
Drake has
spending the
never
money
been
on
a
a running
number
back,
one running back.
that's fine. But instead of you spending the money on a running back, his biggest deficiency is wide receivers. You don't just need to go out to me and get him a number one. You need to get him a receiving core, like a three-man set.
He has that. He has two young wide receivers. Devin Duvernay and Rashard Bateman are good. They're just young.
Okay, we'll see.
I
You
just
just
don't
have
like
to.
the move
I
on
can say
Dallas.
Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are young too. Look, would you not say they're number one options already? 2-3 years in.
Yeah, but those two guys, you're talking about two dudes that were elite when they were in college. Rashard Bateman and Devin Duvernay were not elite when they were in college. They were good. They
But
weren't elite.
they could in the NFL they could be number one options.
They're not number one options. I
But
said
that's
you
what I'm
get a number one.
right. So
You
you're
get
just
a
saying
number
they would
one
fade
guy.
to a number, so they number 2, number 3 options.
Yeah.
I wait to me. I like to wait to judge. So
I just don't like that move on Dallas's part.
no,
I
I
feel like you
don't.
have a good system with the two back set. I stand by this statement. I don't feel like
No.
Tony Pollard
I bel-
is a 20 down or
I
is a 20 carry back.
I am 100% behind you. I think if Dallas lets Ezekiel Elliott go, that's stupid. But I know they're going to do it because they are stupid. So with Ezekiel
See, I
Elliott
thought they
on
was
the
gonna let
market,
Dak walk, and they didn't. So I don't know. If Zeke plays the rest of this season out and they go into the playoff and Zeke does something good, I think Jerry Jones is gonna be all right. Yeah, I'll give him some money because that's Jerry Jones. They're stupid in that way. They're stupid in letting people go, but they're also stupid in giving
no,
people money.
no, but they're gonna have to make a choice at the end of the
No,
season.
I understand that, but I think
It's
I'm with
either
Movement,
Tony
which
no, it's either Tony Pollard or Ezekiel Elliott. It won't be both.
And that's the problem. I feel like
yeah,
they're gonna pick Tony Pollard, and that's the stupid part. And I
because you
understand the
can't. And
point.
I understand it too, but you can't let Tony walk when he's that vital to your second back.
Right. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying
Who's to say then that Dallas doesn't let either of them walk and replaces them with somebody else? We don't know what if Dallas is planning on letting Zeke go. Like you said, they have to have somebody in mind that they want to go after to replace Zeke.
they don't have money. They're gonna have to draft another running back.
The trade or
Yep.
something. They gotta
And they
have
don't,
somebody in mind that they want, or because they're not gonna let Zeke just walk for nothing
But
when, like Mooley's saying, the system works so well, unless you want to move on and get a different system.
yeah,
But then
and then
that
it's
could be
just
said
like,
about Dak too. I don't.
and
To
then it's
me,
just like for me, honestly, it's like you have a system that works so well, and really all you are is honestly a piece away. If you have a true number one receiver, because I don't care what anybody tells me, CD Lamb's not a number one receiver. If you have a true number one receiver and have CD work as your true number two, that team can be a Super Bowl team. If you let
but
Zeke
Gallup's
walk,
the number
then
2
you're
right now, right?
Gallup is barely a number three, honestly, in my
I
book.
like Gallup.
Watch, I
no,
like him too.
I
I
think
like him too. But as the
Gallup doesn't get the respect. I
I
think
think he's
he
a solid.
this is
I
the
think
thing about
he's
Michael Gallup. Let me not be disrespectful. This is the thing about Michael Gallup because I do like him very much as a player. It's just the thing is this season because he's working back from injury, he hasn't
right.
played the same.
No,
So
the injury is what's hurting him.
as of right
Yeah,
now in the offense,
I don't care.
he's barely the
Yeah.
number three. So if you add a true number one to that offense, then he becomes a true number three, and then he can start to become. Honestly, me personally, I think he's a little better than CD. That's just me, but
No, I would say that too.
that's just I know the jury's out on that. That's cool. I know a lot of CD gets a lot of hype. That's fine, but I think if you get a true number one that can help you stretch the field, then you let Michael Gallup develop. He doesn't get hurt because he's not taking so many hits. CD gets to flourish in the slot like he did in college, and now you have a fluent offense and a defense that can make stops. But if you let Zeke walk, then you're going to rely on the young talent and Tony Pollard, and you
I
give
don't
the
think they
Ravens
get
that kind of
20 touches
firepower. I don't
either
know.
because I just think Dallas is more of a throwing team now. I don't think they want to run the ball a lot, and I think that might go into the decision too to let Zeke walk.
And I think that's the problem. The Cowboys are always at their best whether
Yeah,
Troy
when they
Aikman is the
have good running back.
quarterback,
Yeah.
when they run the ball, Dak is at his best with the play action pass, being able to pick his spots, get the ball downfield, do his thing. So if you just go to just he gonna drop back and throw the ball 40 times a game, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, we know the Dallas Cowboys can't win the game when they pass more than they run. So
But that's what it just looks
that's
like to
not.
me. It just looks like that's what they're going more towards. Like they're going more towards putting the ball in Dak's hands.
I get it, but it's not smart.
You
Look at the
don't
stats.
camera
Look
in
at the
it.
analytics.
Yawn.
Like, come on now.
Jeez, camera yawn.
When you run the ball more than you pass the ball, that's nine times. That's 90, not literally 90% of the time when y'all win a game, and y'all win by wide margin. But
Yeah.
um, with as far as Lamar and that Zeke move, I do like it, and I understand where it comes from. But I still think that they need that one receiver that
No.
can,
It only works. It only works if they can get a number one receiver.
yeah,
It
if
only
they
But
can
who's
get
works.
the
that number
number?
one
Who's the
receiver.
realistic? Who's free? Like, are they gonna trade? They could trade for some guys, but like realistically, who can they get that will go and flourish with Lamar being the type of quarterback that he is?
It depends on. I would say there's a couple guys. One, depending on what San Diego does with Mike Williams, they can pick up Mike Williams. I think Mike Williams would be a solid number one guy over there.
That's not bad. I actually like that a lot. If he can stay healthy over there, I
Mike
actually like that a
Yeah,
Williams,
lot.
yeah.
he is very inconsistent though.
He's very inconsistent. That is very true. But with that offense, he can take a lot of Mark with that offense. That way, with the way they run the ball, with the way Mark Andrews operates, and then you have those speedy receivers. That'll take a lot of pressure off him, so he doesn't have to make as many big plays because he's a big play receiver. That's what he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Inconsistent, but he's a big play receiver. So if you're going to give him maybe 2 to 3, maybe 4 shots a game, and mixed in with some slants, some hitches, maybe some outs and stuff like that, then that can be pivotal for the offense. Because when you look at Lamar and how he plays, and he's scanning the field, right? He's looking for that downfield shot, which is why he always comes back to Mark Andrews. That's the reason why Mark Andrews is a second read. Honestly, he's looking for that down the field shot, but the receivers are too young. They don't really understand how to create separation and create space to the point where Lamar sees them. Even if they look covered, Lamar's like, oh, he got a step, I got him. They don't understand how to make that work yet. That comes with working with their quarterback and extensive
Yeah.
knowledge of the game, right? So that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason why
No.
That's the reason why Lamar is here, and he comes back down here because now he's looking for Mark Andrews. Because 9 times out of 10, your big body tight end is going to be open. So if you can get
I,
that big play receiver, even if, and this is the thing that's different, because the speedy receivers he has now aren't necessarily too big. They're fast, but they're not big
they're
targets,
small. Yeah, they're
right?
small. Not
If you get
smaller
a
guys.
receiver like
I don't really see
Like
no.
Mike Williams, now you have a bigger target. Now you have jump balls. Now there's 50-50 balls. The 50-50 balls in Mike Williams' case turns into 80-20 balls, turns into 70-30 balls. So now you got that
80-20
bigger
what?
target. Now it's 80-20 Mike Williams' way because he's a bigger target. Now
Oh, he gonna get that. Yeah, he gonna go get that.
corners
He
are
gonna
getting
go get
smaller.
it.
Corners are
You
getting
don't see
smaller.
him go get it
It's
like
it's
that on the Chargers. I don't know that, bro.
it like we said, he's inconsistent. He can be very inconsistent, but
That's
now
not what you need. You don't need an inconsistent number one. Like that's still gonna hurt them. Like
it's not
that's
No,
still gonna
necessarily
hurt them.
looking at it as a number one in that offense now, bro. Now you're looking at it as how he can intertwine in that offense to really just be
Yeah,
now
but we
your
were
big
talking about
play
him
receiver,
needing
kind of like a
a true
Jacoby.
number one wide
What was
receiver.
his
That's
name?
what we
Jacoby Jones, Jacoby something, right?
Jacoby
yeah,
Um,
it's
Jones
like
is a kick
more
returner.
more or less. But no, he put shoot. He made a lot of huge plays on that offense.
Oh no, don't trust
Um,
me. Jacoby's my guy. I know what he's done for the Ravens, but he's
but
a kick returner.
there's
Kick
different guys.
returner,
Like
kick shooting wide receiver.
depending on what happens in Seattle, how DK Metcalf feels about the whole situation that they're going through right
See
now.
now, DK isn't bad. That's a number one wide receiver to me. He's probably at the
You know,
bottom of or like the mid level to bottom of the top wide receivers. But
yeah,
I just
you
looked up
got
free agents, and I mean I'll give you a couple of names. There's only one really I see that I would kind of say is a number one option, but the question might be out on him. But you
Chris
got
Godwin.
huh?
Chris Godwin.
No, DJ Chark.
Oh no, he's not number one.
Yeah, that's what I said. Well, you got Nelson Aguilar, which I don't think he's saying he's the number one option.
No,
No,
Sterling Shepard, no.
no.
Said no to
I like
Charles.
Sterling Shepard, but he'd be good. He'll be a good addition.
Dishing, yeah. But we talking about the number one wide receiver over there. Randall Cobb is he's older. Marvin Jones.
A good addition.
He's a good
Yeah, Julio
addition.
Jones.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I said Julio would have been a
Alan
great add.
Lazar.
No,
He's
Jacoby Myers.
taller. Adam
Juju
Lazar wouldn't
Smith
be bad,
Schuster.
but because he's taller, but I wouldn't see it.
Ju- Juju could work.
Juju
Juju could work,
as the number one.
but I don't. But I don't think he leaves Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean he's unrestricted. AJ Green's old, Jarvis Landry injury prone. Cam Sims, N'Keal Harris. I mean, it's not Jamison Crowder, Sammy Watkins, Zach Pascal. It's not many. Bashard Perryman, Nicole Hardman. It's not like many free agents I'm going off of that I think they can
Yeah,
sign that's going to be a number one option in 2023.
Yeah, I
right.
just
Now
don't
But
the
believe
traders
his
might where they
target.
could. The traders might where they can get themselves a number one option or a guy that has the potential to be a number one option. But then to me, it's like, what do they have to give up?
they got some pieces.
That's what I'm saying. But does giving up those pieces hurt the team, or like you can't hurt the team while you're trying to better the team? Like, because then that's just
It
going to
just
slow
depends.
Lamar down too. Like you can't take away from your defense to get him pieces on his offensive end because now your defense is going to suck. You're going to give up 30 points and then you're asking Lamar's offense to put up 35.
I mean, they're not
It just
necessarily
depends.
losing anything on that side right now because their defense is giving up the ass right now.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you don't have a overpower. You don't have a powerful enough offense to like be able to calm what the defense gives up or maybe to
That's
put
the
like a
Ravens' problem right there, bro. Thank you for saying that. That's the Ravens' problem right there. They need to understand that, or they need to figure out what they want to do. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to be a defensive powerhouse, or do you want to build around Lamar?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
you
They
can be
could use.
Can't do
balanced. You
both.
can be balanced, but
You can be
No, they
balanced,
could.
but you can't do both.
one side has to tip the balance scale a little bit
Exactly.
more
One side has to be better.
because
I think.
somebody has to pick up the slack from somebody. So if it's an
Exactly.
inadequate defense,
So
you need your offense to be able to pick up what your defense is going to give up. And if it's an adequate offense, you need your defense to stop and not give up what your offense is, not producing. So
I would
I
lean.
think that's what
I would
I think
lean.
that's where the Broncos are struggling right now.
ask yourself.
The defense is like, all right, we can keep teams to low points, but the offense just isn't producing enough points to beat those teams.
Ask yourselves what's the Ravens' identity? When you think about the Ravens, what's their identity?
Good
It
question.
depends. It depends on you talking about this year or just in general.
Or you can say just in general.
In general, you would think about their defense. You would say defense first all the way through. But I
Exactly.
think but I also believe that none of those teams had a Lamar Jackson at quarterback.
Exactly my point. Now, that's why I feel like it needs to change right there. When you think about
Right.
the Ravens, you have to start thinking about that offense and how Lamar is going to hurt you. You can't just think about the defense because now the defense is the focal point. You have that
Mhm.
you have that superstar quarterback that's the focal point. That's who people need to be worried about. They don't need to be worried about a physical Ravens defense and all the stuff like that. You need to be worried about all the ways Lamar Jackson can hurt you. That's what
Right.
I'm
And
saying. I feel like they need to
that's what
change
I think.
the image of the Ravens.
I would trade away some of those defensive players that people like
Honestly,
for draft picks. Not all of them,
not
but
all of them, but
you can replace a Marcus Peters. You can replace. They got a couple good rush outside linebackers and rush
mhm.
ends. Everybody's looking for those. Take a couple of those, get some draft picks, get some young guys, or use it for trade bait to get a number one wide receiver, or I don't know, maybe you can, I don't know, figure out what the Giants are going to do with Saquon Barkley. Maybe you get Saquon in there. Like you can figure out some things to do with the pieces that you got to make that offense more explosive.
I just don't want him hurting himself to make the offense explosive, but then the defense is.
No, that's why I said you can just take a couple pieces because they got some young
Shit.
corners
I don't know if a
that they
couple.
can that they can fill in to replace aging Marcus Peters. They got a couple outside linebackers, young outside linebackers that a lot of teams would really want because I mean, they fast and they can rush.
Yeah, but they want those
So
guys too because it's like I need to help my defense. So like, if I want Lamar to be in the best possible situation, I need a good defense with a solid offense. Like that's the best
yeah,
situation
but
for
that's the
any
problem.
team
But
because
that's
you
the
don't
problem.
want your offense. If I'm going down the field as a quarterback or as an offense, and I'm going down and I'm putting up 7, and then a team that's getting the ball is damn KC and the Bills and me, or every damn they go down the field and put up 7. I can put up 7, they put up 7. I put up 7. What's the score gonna be at the end of the game?
But
Like,
that's the problem.
I was
He
gonna
don't
say
have an
that's the
offense.
problem right
He don't
there.
have.
He doesn't have an
He doesn't
offense that can
have.
do that.
He don't have
right,
an
but
offense
that's
that
what
can
I'm
do that.
saying. But that's what we're saying. We're building an offense for him to be able to do that, for them to be able to put up points, right? But I'm saying if you take away from his defense to do that, if you take those young linebackers, if you take those young cornerbacks, like you're not building for his future to win. You're giving up now to win, and I don't
No, no,
think
no,
that.
no, no. I said no. I said get rid of an aging Marcus
Yeah,
Peters
Marcus Peters. That's
and
why I didn't
play.
bring him up. But the corners, yeah, you
Yeah.
said that. But you said the young linebackers. People, no, I'm not giving them my young linebackers because I need
No,
my
but they
young
got a
linebackers to become accustomed with the system that I'm running, so
no,
they
but they have
become
a
better
Mm.
bunch
in
of
their
them. No,
role.
they have a lot of them. That's
Listen,
what I'm
I'm
saying.
keeping every single one. I just need to figure out how
You
Lamar
can't.
could persuade somebody
But
to come on over, bro. All the
it's not
talking
a.
that go on, bro. All the talking and chit chat that go on be players. Somebody want to go play with Lamar. Go play with him. That's it.
I
I
don't.
can't. I don't want him trading. Now I get it. You got to make a trade. You got to put some pieces in there, but one piece. That's it. That's all you put. One piece, and then you better give up a boat shitload of trades, bro. I'm sorry. You
One
better
piece is not. But
give him
one
some
thing is
money.
not going to
Like give
change.
him some compensation. Give him something. Send some hookers. I mean, do something. You feel me? Like do something.
If it was, I
Better
mean, if it
pay
was
somebody
just
for
one
whiskey to
move,
go talk to him. You feel me?
it's more than one move that they have to make, though.
No, I know,
Hmm.
but that's what I'm saying. That's why I make like it sucks the predicament Lamar is in because to me he's gonna be faced with like, yo, there's better opportunities that right now I can go to teams that want me and be in a better opportunity to win the championship.
No, he won't. See, it's that. But then he's in a very messed up position because he has to make a decision. Do I want the money? Because if I take the money, then we're not probably not going to get the pieces around me that I need. Question number two now, does he leave and go somewhere else? If he leaves and goes somewhere else, that team now must structure their offense around him. So he's back to ground zero again because he's not going to have the same offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I
And
just think
then
about where Lamar would go right now that
there,
would
I
make
know
a
there
team.
is the only team that I think he can go to, and it can maybe buy him some time until they fix everything, would be Atlanta.
You don't think if Lamar Jackson, if you pair him up with DK and Lockett, that he couldn't do something in Seattle? If Seattle
No,
got him over there, I think so.
not the same. They
That
don't.
gives
That,
him
that,
a true number one and a number two. True number one and a true number two. That gives him the pieces to throw it. Now, only thing you need to really fix over there is get him a running back. Get
no,
him
he
an
got a running
adequate
back.
running back.
All of that stuff is
I was gonna
there.
say they got a running back now.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
It's Kenneth Walker because Kenneth
everything,
Walker is
Oh,
him.
yeah,
I ain't
Walker.
even gonna
yeah,
Walker.
lie.
Yeah. That's right. You're right. You're right.
everything is
I was thinking
there.
about the other dude, the one that's
Everything
always
is
injured.
there, but you have to understand the way that offense operates. It's not that's not how Lamar is going to. You don't. It doesn't best suit Lamar.
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not too sure about that because
Is
think about
Pete
it like
Carroll gonna
this.
be like, all right, Lamar, let me see the playbook. All right, we can put this in there. Only thing he's gonna do is ask Lamar to what? Not scramble. The same thing he played. Russ was there. Russ played
Exactly.
there, and Russ
That's my
ran there.
thing. You essentially have a
A better
faster
runner, a faster
a
running
faster
quarterback. Like,
Russ.
if you
Yes,
can
Essentially,
but
mix
not as
those
Russ.
old
accurate,
plays that you have for
but
Russ
a
back in,
faster Russ. And you can mold that Seattle offense and have really, really young pieces. So you don't have to necessarily pay anybody outright right now.
I could imagine him
So
and fucking DK
you
hawking
can
somebody
plug in
down on the
Lamar
interception.
into that offense and
Crazy.
kind of molded around him. You have a DK, you have a Tyler Lockett, you have some solid tight ends that can work within that offense.
That's
The
crazy,
defense is
Mel.
really, really young. I
But you're
think if you
asking,
plug
but you're
Lamar into
take,
that offense, I
you're
think it
take,
might work.
you're taking Lamar out of his what makes Lamar Lamar. Because what you're asking him initially to become is you're asking him to just be a handoff left, handoff right, and then throw the ball deep when you have the opportunity.
Not
That's not
No,
who
necessarily,
he
not
is.
no,
necessarily,
no.
because now Pete has another toy to play with.
Right. Just like he had
He's
when
not.
Russ used to run. Didn't they used
That's
to
not
But
run
I
the.
a
feel
It's not.
like
they
It's
never
not
ran a
the.
read option for Russ to
It's
take
not the
off and
same.
run?
It's not the same offensive coordinator. It's not the same guy.
Right, but
I
you can
can
bring
understand that,
like
but
you can definitely he can rework Lamar into it. You just get plays here and there and you throw it into his offensive scheme for Lamar to do what
If you
Lamar
don't,
does. They do that all the time.
no, you can't do it because if you don't know how a read option offense works, you just can't decide one day. It's more than just, oh, let me hand it
I'm
off.
pretty
Like,
sure Lamar done ran the ball enough against the damn Seattle Seahawks for them to understand how he runs the ball.
no, you're missing the point. It's a whole scheme. It's not about just, all right, well, we're going to
Right, but
add
Lamar,
this
okay,
play.
even if it's a scheme, Lamar knows the scheme. Lamar knows the play. So if you're putting it in the book, you're giving free reps for Lamar to be Lamar. That's all I'm saying. You don't
No, you're
necessarily
asking
need your offensive
Lamar.
coordinator, your coordinator. Go, I can't. Fuck that dude. You don't need him. You could just relegate. All right, look, we're gonna put these plays in the playbook for you because you're
So
comfortable
who's
with
gonna?
them. So
So
when we
who's
call
gonna tell
it,
the?
you do what you do.
So who's telling the offensive lineman what to do then? If you're saying that they don't need an offensive coordinator.
No, I didn't say listen to the whole thing. Listen to everything I said. What I'm saying is the offensive coordinator doesn't need to know the read options or what it is because he has a quarterback that knows them, that runs them all the time. So all you have to do is
No,
put
he
them in
knows
the
his.
playbook, call the play, and Lamar will handle the rest. I don't understand, Mel. You don't
So
think
who's
Lamar
telling the
can go
who's
in and
telling the offensive?
show the
So
offensive
what's
how to fucking run a read option? Or how it
the
works?
offensive line doesn't know how to block for that.
Right, but that's what practice is for. Right? You don't
You
think
but
you
you
don't think
if
you
you don't
so
have somebody who
you're
knows
saying the offensive
if
line isn't skilled to block for it. They're not the
oh
type
my
of players you need
god.
in place to block for it. That's what you're saying.
If you never, it's like basketball. If you run a fucking high pick and roll offense and then you get somebody who wants to run a motion offense, you have to have the pieces to run a motion offense. The
Right.
same way you have to know and have the
But
players to
can
run
pieces
a
not
read
adjust?
option
But
offense.
can pieces not adjust?
Who's going to teach them if no one knows how to run it?
Oh my God. You bring somebody in that knows how to run it that can teach them in the off season. It's not that hard. They bring in consultants all the time. Am I wrong about that?
I
Am,
just feel like
am I wrong about
with
that? I just feel
with
Seattle will be good. Russ was there. It's not like if Russ was there. You can Pete Carroll can like, all right, this is how we used to do it with Russ to the offensive. Like some can give. It's
Russ
not just
ran.
oh that's a dud like.
He was running because his offensive line
Oh yeah,
sucked.
they
It wasn't
sucked
because
100%. But you have to design some of those plays in there because you know the offensive line sucked.
I just feel like the way Pete Carroll adjusted this year with a Geno
Gino,
Smith at quarterback, I don't
Geno
see
Smith is
him not.
not.
Look,
He's
I'm
not
not saying that.
Lamar
I know I'm not
Jackson.
you're
saying
not
that.
saying that,
What I'm
Mel.
saying
Those
is
you're
what
dealing
I'm
with two
saying
different
is
talents.
I
Those are
know
two totally
I
different
understand.
talents.
I understand. What I'm saying is it's not Geno, it's more Pete Carroll for me, right?
Because it's
I
easier to put that type of a guy in an
exactly.
offense. It is harder to take
I
Lamar
take one
and
more.
then put
Yeah,
Lamar into
I
set.
get that. What I'm saying is, I feel like if with the applicable time that we get in the off season, I feel like Pete would make the right adjustments and
Bring the
able
right people in.
to have Lamar comfortable in a certain set that he would like to run. I feel like at that point, it's more on Pete Carroll to bring things and bring pieces and bring coordinators around to help Lamar grow at that point. That's all I'm saying. I just feel like with the adjustments that we've seen Pete Carroll make, because that was the talk. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Pete Carroll is old. He's not making adjustments. Russ wants to change. Russ wants to do this." That's the reason why they were clashing heads. So and so. That's what they say. So with the adjustments that Pete made with a Geno Smith at quarterback at all fucking people, and has Geno Smith and that offense with that coordinator, looking like what some people are trying to say, a fucking MVP. He's playing good football, but he's not MVP. We need to stop that conversation. I feel like if you have a quote unquote Lamar Jackson, if you get a Lamar Jackson, if there's even talks, I feel like with Pete Carroll knowing how he is, he starts to make those calls. He starts to make those adjustments now to get a coordinator that can run that offense, that can teach these guys, hey, we're finna get this. We're finna get a guy, okay? We ain't got no time to play. You know what I'm saying? I think he goes out and he gets a coordinator that molds an offense that fits a Lamar type game. The way it strengthens his game, and it also strengthens because they got young pieces. This is the thing about the Seahawks. That's the reason why I said it's a good fit. They have young pieces that don't have to pay outright. So if you wanted to give Lamar a shitload of money, you can, because you have a whole bunch of young pieces. You have a whole bunch of pieces that are on a rookie deal that aren't looking to get paid money.
No, but DK, like I said, but DK is going to want to get paid like a number one receiver.
That's true. That's true. That
Yeah,
might be
that's
your
true,
only. That might be your only gripe. That might be your
But then
only
you
gripe.
could, if
But would you
Lamar and
rather let
DK
DK walk, or
build
would you rather gain Lamar?
No, I don't even think you could let that DK is going to walk, because if DK if Lamar and DK build a relationship, like all you gotta do is like, yo, I understand, like I'll take some of mine and give it to you. Like Tom Brady has done it over and over. At some point, the question is asked, like you said, Mel, does Lamar want the money, or does he want to win?
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, that's a decision. He has to make that decision. But the way he's been handling negotiations, for him, from what I see, it's about the money.
Oh well, if it is,
he turned down $185 million guaranteed because he wants $250 million guaranteed.
That's true. And he does represent himself. So we do have to remember that he does represent himself. He doesn't have an agent. He doesn't have an agent. So
but since we're on Seattle, let's go with the guy that left Seattle that you brought up, Russell Wilson. I guess because I saw it like circulating through ESPN or whatever. Do the Broncos sit Russell Wilson? And do you believe?
Arm injury, right?
And do you believe?
I'm not giving him a pass because I didn't give Baker one.
No. I'm not saying the pass. I'm saying, do you put all of the blame for the Broncos on Russell Wilson?
I think it's a dual thing. I think it's the double blame. I'm not going to sit here and put all the blame on Nathaniel Hackett. I'm not going to sit here and put all the blame on Russell Wilson. I think they both are equally to blame. Russ hasn't been playing good football, and then Nathaniel Hackett hasn't been calling good football. He hasn't been coaching good football. It's literally a two-tier thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Nathaniel Hackett may be like here, but Russ is like that much under him because he's not playing good at all. Like standing in the pocket, looking stagnant, looking scared like a deer in headlights, like not moving, not creating space to get his receivers open, calling plays at his linemen, and everybody don't fucking know. Like, what are you doing? This isn't a Super Bowl winning champion. This isn't a Russell Wilson that we've known. This isn't the MVP candidate that everybody like. You're not the veteran quarterback that everybody expected you to come in. You're looking like a rookie. You're looking like somebody who shouldn't be on the field right now. I'm not saying they should sit you. I'm just saying, like, play better.
He has a one-year concussion.
It's quite literally that simple. Like, you're a veteran quarterback. There's no in my book. There's no excuses. You've won a Super Bowl. Play better.
I would say this. Yes, veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winning quarterback. But how many Super Bowl veteran quarterbacks have we seen leave the team that they won the Super Bowl with, leave Tom Brady out of this, and then go their first year, everything is amazing?
Tom Brady.
I'm not going to say everything has to be amazing. I'm just saying play better.
No. What I'm saying, because the way I look at it is, I never thought Nathaniel Hackett should have been a head coach.
Absolutely.
And I think the new team, new players, new coach, new offensive coordinator, there's a lot of news in there and not enough familiarity with him, with anybody. Now, I'm not saying that's what I'm talking about with Nathaniel Hackett coming from Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers and the stuff that he had there. to going to Denver and him never having. We don't know if he's an actual leader of men. That's what a head coach is.
That's a good point. It's a very
And
good point.
and sometimes when shit get crazy, the head coach is supposed to be the guy that looks at everybody and be like, "All right, let's fix this." Like what Mike Tomlin is doing in Pittsburgh is what Nathaniel Hackett was supposed to do in Denver.
That's true.
Fix, like get everybody together on the same page and start fixing it internally. Not worrying. Not. I think there's too much pressure on Russ to fix it all. That should be the job of the head coach.
True.
Now, I'm not saying Russ doesn't have any culpability. He has a. I think his there's a point where he has to look at that offense and be like, you know what? This is all my fault, but I'm gonna fix this shit. Even if he doesn't feel that way, you're supposed to be like, I'm fucking this up. I'm got to be the one to fix this.
True.
This is where he does take the Jerry Judys and the Hamlers and the receivers and be like, so we're going to work an extra 2 hours after practice.
Absolutely.
We're going to work on some routes to stuff. We're going to make our own calls up. When you see something, like we're going to take it back to old school New York, like on the subway. You see something, say something. Like if you got press coverage, you think you can beat that dude? Let me know. If he's playing you a certain way, like build. I don't think this team is together.
It's not.
I think it's very separated. I think it's clicked up. I think the defense is mad at the offense. The offense is mad at the defense. It's like there's no cohesion anywhere in there. And it starts with the head coach, but then your quarterback has to be the guy that everybody can look to and be like, when is the time? And he has to be like, this is the time.
Yep. And I think that's what they're looking at right now. They're looking to Russ like, bro, like our coach is incompetent. Like, I think they know that. I think the team, as a whole, I think they know, like, their coach is incompetent. Like, you had Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, of course, Aaron Rodgers is going to make anybody look fucking amazing. But so the defense is like, bro, they're looking. That's why I think, what's his name? Mike Purcell, whatever the fuck his name is, came at Russ like that. It's like, bro, come on, bro. Like, pick us the fuck up. Like, we got an incompetent ass fucking coach over here, and we're looking to you to pick us up and lead us into shit and lead us into this win. But you know what I'm saying? When you standing there stagnant and it's like, oh yeah, like, bro, that's not the type of person that they're looking for. Because like even when you had a Peyton Manning type quarterback, right, in his older years, like Peyton to get in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll be on the sideline turned up if he don't like some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the Tom Brady's, you know what I'm saying? The Alex Smiths, the Patrick Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? Like all these great quarterbacks, when you look at them, right, and their offense is not doing good, what do? They're on the sideline tripping, and everybody's like, oh my God, what the fuck? Oh my God. That's what some offenses need. That's what turns some players up. And so that's what they're looking for coming from Russ. And
I think this is where and it's going to sound messed up, but I don't mean it in the way that it's going to come out.
I understand where you're going, though.
I think this is where the cultural divide comes in, because Russ comes from a very stable. My dad is the authority figure, and I listen to that. So what that is, I do that. He's not going to go against the grain, is what I'm trying to get to. Aaron Rodgers, if a play comes in and Aaron Rodgers don't like the play and he looks at something and I don't like that play's not going to work right now, he's going to change the play. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady, he's going to change the play. I don't think Russ wants the friction of changing a play like that. I don't think he comes from that. I don't think internally he's not that type of guy.
Yeah.
Like where... so I just think that's where he needs to have some fuck it in his system with Nathaniel Hackett and be like, well, it's 3rd and 6 and you just called this, and I don't think that's the play right now. I think we should do this. I think the left side of the defense is they come in a little hard. I think I can get a slant behind this linebacker, whatever it may be. He's got to be able to take his knowledge of football, apply it in a real game situation, and look at the defense and be like, nah, let's do this. And I don't think he wants that responsibility on him as much as he wants. It looks like he wants it, but I don't think internally he wants that. If that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, honestly. It just feels like I said, it's just they're not playing good football right now. Like
Yeah,
there's
I don't
like
think
you said, that team is it's they're right here. And I'm pretty sure like it goes deeper than even what you said when it comes to the offensive clicks and the defensive clicks. Like I'm feeling like there's some receivers that aren't even fucking with some receivers, and there's some old linemen that ain't fucking with some running backs, and some old lineman is fucking with Russ, and some old lineman is not
right
fucking with Russ. So then now you got old lineman clash.
because
I feel
because
like
if you
there's a
think
lot going on in that building that's toxic, and a
it is
lot of people aren't necessarily fucking with the flow right now.
because and like I noticed something a couple weeks ago when Jamal Williams was it Javante Williams got hurt. They brought Latavius Murray in, and he started literally the week he came in.
True.
Now, I totally understand they had their issues with Melvin Gordon, trust wise with him fumbling the ball, but you never even gave him a chance to start. You just brought a dude in from out of nowhere and was like, you're the number one guy now.
Yeah, they never trusted Melvin from the start.
And I think it's stuff like that it echoes through the locker room.
True. Very true. That's a big.
And
That's a really big sign.
yeah, and it's like that could be any of us. A receiver he dropped a pass or two. Well, let's see if we can bring this guy in. Because Jerry Judy hasn't had the best season.
True. That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that team is very fractured from it's
Portland
us
Sutton
against
either.
them.
'Cause I got him on my
Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah, now Cortland Sutton too. Um, hold on.
I just feel like the offense, like, yes, there's a lot of factors that add into the Broncos season at this point in time. Like there's been injuries, you know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of people that's been inconsistent and so and so. But I just feel like at the end of the day, like you still have a pretty good defense. Like you still have weapons. You still have an applicable O line. You still have solid running back pieces, and you have Russ behind. Like you guys should at least be above 500. And I get there's a lot of new pieces in the building, but at that, personally, you have to. And this is where I blame Nathaniel Hackett. You have to learn how to make these pieces blend. Honestly, I just feel like they're plucking guys up and they're picking guys and they're expecting guys to be plugged in these places, and they don't really know, excuse me, how these guys are going to mesh exactly. Like they
Right.
got a Javante Williams, they got a Latavius Murray, they got a Jerry Judy, they got a Tim Patrick, they got a Cortland Sutton, like you got a KJ Hamler, and then it's like what's your identity here? What do you
What are
guys want to
we
do? What are we doing?
what are we gonna do?
What are
Exactly.
we
And I
gonna
think
do?
that's the bigger problem.
Exactly, and
And
that's what I feel like the problem on the offense and the defense is like, well, we're good over here, but if y'all can't score, like we can only stop so much. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's just like I said,
Um,
they're not playing good football right now, and if they want it to get better, they need to first ad- establish an identity. What kind of team are we? Are we a run
mhm,
team? Are we a pass team? Are we a play action team? Are we a spread team? What is our identity on offense? There is none right now, and that's what they need to figure out.
right. Now, even with that, now let's go to a team that's playing. They're playing good. They're playing above their head. They have a quarterback problem as well. I don't think they have a quarterback problem. I think they know who their quarterback is, but it's the New York Jets. And I knew it was going to be overreaction Monday with Mike White if he won the game, which he did. He threw for like 300 yards and I think like three touchdowns or so. But he played
Overrated.
against he played against the Bears, who suck.
Defense is horrible.
Justin Fields did not play in that game.
Justin Fields didn't play.
So it was set up to make it look like he's the savior. Now, Mike White is a backup quarterback for a reason. We need to understand that.
Definitely, he was a backup in Dallas, and he came to the Jets
Yeah.
to be a backup. Like, let's get real here.
Like the Jets are ahead of schedule. The same way I said about the Bengals. The Bengals shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl last year. They were ahead of schedule. You're
Yeah.
talking about a very young team that's playing above water. Like you literally, like everybody who's good on that team is either a second year dude or a rookie.
True.
Sauce Gardner has a chance to win Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Well, it's Defensive Rookie of the Year in the same year. That's how
Very
good
true.
he's playing right now. At
That's true.
cornerback, that is hard as hell for a rookie corner to come in and do what this man is doing.
Absolutely. I play the position. Trust me, it's hard as fuck.
And then you got the young wide receivers, you got the rookie running, everything that's around Zach Wilson is they're young dudes. The only way you can Zach Wilson has to go through the bullshit on blank period. Now, he does have to get an attitude adjustment. He does have to take accountability, but the only way you can do that is you got to sit him down, talk to him, but then put him back out on the field. Because whether you like it or not, that's your guy. Zach Wilson to me is a franchise quarterback. He just has to. When he first got there, there was nothing there. But now they're putting the proper. This is how I would say this is almost a perfect way to build a team with the way the Jets are doing it. They gave him young wide receiver, good wide receivers, a good running back, and a solid defense to work with.
Mm-hmm.
This is ideally, this is what you want your second year rookie quarterback to be surrounded by. He's going to make some fucked up decisions. All quarterbacks do. But we got to work. That's where the quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, those guys they got to tune him up. They got to tighten up some screws and get him out of the bad mistakes. He's 23 years old. Get him out of that. You can get him out of that. This team allowed this team to grow together because Mike White's not the answer. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He's not the
Yeah,
answer.
that's true.
So you done spent a first round draft pick on Zach Wilson. You put the pieces around it. Now let him go to work with those pieces.
This is my problem with Zach Wilson. I said this coming out of when he, like I said, I'm gonna reiterate what I said last Friday. I said this coming out of BYU. He's young. He's a dickhead. That's just what it is. And until he matures, it's going to be a problem. Now, he is very, very talented. Very, very talented. But I think that his ego is what carries his talent right now more than his talent, if that makes sense.
Right. No, 100%. And that's that's the stuff that needs to.
And that's what needs to change. I feel like they had, like you said, this is the perfect recipe to build a team. If you wanted to build a team, this is exactly how you do it. This is exactly how you do it. But you have to get his head right. And I think, like I said, like you said, Mike White is not the answer, bro. I don't care if he fucking had a great game. I don't care if he threw 400 fucking yards and 7 touchdowns. I don't care. I really don't. No, we're not doing this. Like the whole Geno thing. I don't care. We're not going to do that, bro. No. Zach Wilson is the guy. Get his head right because we clearly can see he can play. And let the team gel together. Robert Saleh has a great recipe. The man's turning out to be a great head coach. He was just on the fucking hot seat last year, 2 years ago?
Last year, because nobody can. This is the problem.
Nobody
can win without. Like yeah, and if you don't have talent, what do you expect to do? You gave him talent, and now the Jets look like a promising young team.
They look like an applicable team. I will give them that.
You know what I'm saying? So just now, all you have to do, let it grow, keep watering it, and let it grow.
Yep.
Like
Get the worst thing head right, man.
The worst thing that could have happened was that they came out the gate as good as they did. Because what happens is now people get expectations. Oh, we can make the playoffs, and we can do this, and we can calm down. You weren't talking this before the season.
True.
Breathe. Calm down. Just be like, all right, cool. We look good. We got some young pieces that look very good. Let's see what they look like in a year from now, 2 years from now. You know, Bryce Hall, like, is mad that he blew the knee out, but
he was having a pretty good season too.
No, I'm saying he looked good. The receivers look real good. I like their receivers. I like their receivers.
Jets haven't been a bad team. The only thing with the Jets for me, whether it's Zach Wilson or whoever it is, it's like if you look in the past of all the good players they had, they always fuck up those relationships with those players. And those players axe out or they trade them away. So
That's a very good point.
I don't think there's no different for this team. I think all the good draft picks that they picked are eventually in the next 3 to 4 to 5 years are not going to be on the Jets.
I don't want to put that on them because I think
I'm not putting it on them. It's already on them. That's who they are.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I can understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. But I think at some point, it's gonna have to stop. You can't be the farm team for the other 31 teams in the NFL.
And I can understand that point as well.
At some point, somebody's got to put their foot down and be like, no, these are homegrown dudes. We got to keep them here. If we're trying to build something and we're trying to be the Patriots, we're trying to be, the Chiefs, we want to compete with the Bills and all of them, and you got to keep the Sauce Gardens. You got to keep all of those dudes on your squad, and you got to build them out.
Yeah.
And you in New York. Point blank, period. You in New York.
That's a good point. Yeah.
All you start winning, that changes a lot of things for a lot of people.
Change things this year.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think the overreaction to Mike White in one game against the Bears, who suck, is ridiculous. My opinion.
I'm with you.
Let's see. I wanted to touch on some other stuff, but we can get to the picks because we're running. The other stuff took a little longer.
Yeah. I just want to say, somebody called somebody a bitch ass motherfucker. But that's not football related. You feel
What
me?
I missed.
On the basketball show. Oh man, the referee brothers. He called Spencer.
My boy Pony.
Yeah.
Calling people BAF, man.
I just wanted to bring
that was like 2 weeks ago. That was like 2-3 weeks ago.
That shit. He got it was recent. He got he couldn't play ref a game because of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I remember
when he got into it.
We talked about it last Monday.
Young Will Chamberlain.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, I remember talking about it, but I wasn't here. I was somewhere else.
Chamberlain.
Yeah, but that's crazy. I'm glad he got suspended because he needed to for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if y'all don't understand the Will Chamberlain reference, go ahead and look at a picture of Will Chamberlain and look at a picture of Spencer Dinwiddie. You'll get what I'm talking about.
All right, so Thursday game we had the Bills versus the Patriots, and the Patriots lost.
We should have known that was going to be a blowout.
But we got the Browns versus the Texans, and I'm taking the Browns.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is
back. Deshaun Watson, he's going for 350 and 4 tugs. Book it.
He gonna torch that defense.
I don't think Derek Stingley Jr. is back either, so he's gonna fuck up them DBs. Telling you right now.
Amari Cooper is happy as hell right now.
Oh yeah, Amari Cooper. What? He took that man out to dinner last night. He said, "Welcome back, brother."
Said, "You know what got to be done." Broncos versus the Ravens. I got the Ravens.
Now, it's that part of the show, fellas. That part of the show.
Uh-oh.
Is Russ playing Sunday? I know he got the elbow and all that, but I just see nothing about. If Russ is playing Sunday, Broncos by 3.
Let's ride by 0. Who you picked?
Man, there's no way the Broncos is gonna win this damn game. If the Broncos win this game, I don't see it. No, I got the Ravens, especially after the whole debacle on Twitter with Lamar going back and forth with the fan, how they left the game down to Justin Tucker, and no, Lamar's gonna come out tripping, bro. It's not gonna be a pretty game.
Right, he's gonna trip right on his face. Broncos by 10.
Packers, Packers versus Bears. Aaron Rodgers owns them.
Is Aaron Rodgers playing though? That's the thing. Is A-Rod going to play, guys? We don't know.
Is Justin Fields playing?
Justin Fields is playing.
He's playing.
Justin Fields is playing.
I'll take the Packers until further notice.
All right, then we
I
got
got the Bears in an
sorry.
upset because I don't know if A-Rod's playing, and we gonna see if Jordan Love can duke it out with Justin Fields.
No, that's why I said until
know.
further. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna take Jordan Love. Screw that. I think Jordan Love is a better quarterback.
Jaguars versus Lions. I got Lions.
Jaguars.
Jags.
Jets versus Vikings. I got Vikings.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. After all the shit I just talked, because I don't know what they're gonna do with Zach Wilson.
We'll see how Kirk Cousins does against that defense. It's gonna be a low-scoring game, but I got the Vikings. I don't think Justin Jefferson's gonna get loose like he normally does.
Steelers
Yeah, because we'll
versus
see.
Falcons. Sorry.
Falcons.
Steelers.
Tennessee versus the Eagles. I'm going upset game.
Eagles. Oh, you can take Tennessee?
Upset season.
Oh, so y'all gonna call it? Y'all gonna call this one? I'm not calling.
Yeah, I'm calling Tennessee over the Eagles.
The Tennessee over Eagles? I'm going Eagles. So y'all both going Tennessee?
Derrick Henry is gonna have 172 yards.
I ain't putting stats. That's how they get you.
Okay. All right.
I'm going Tennessee though.
Tennessee with the upset.
Upset alert. Upset alert.
We got the Commies versus the Giants, and I'm going the Giants.
Fuck out of here. Heineken.
And Heineken we trust, Mel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's on the Heineken hype train for sure.
We're rolling. We are rolling, brother. This is it. We're going to take over that second place in the divisions. Fucking wrap. Let's go.
I'm going with the Giants, man, but I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Heineken came out and did some things, you know?
Yeah, you already know.
He ain't doing nothing.
Heine.
He ain't doing nothing.
Okay. Let's
go. Next one we got is Dolphins versus 49ers. I'm going Dolphins.
Really? I'm going 49ers.
Dolphins.
Fins up, baby. Seahawks versus Rams. I'm going Seahawks.
No, I'm going to go Rams.
I'll go Seahawks. I think they're going to be upset that they got upset by the Raiders last week, so it should be bounced back real nice. We held Kenneth Walker to under 100 points, so on 100 yards, so he should come back on a nice little fury.
We got Chiefs versus the Bengals. I'm going Chiefs.
Bengals.
Is Jamar coming back this week?
That's a great question. I'm not too sure. I have to look it up, but I still got the Bengals in the upset.
I think him and Mixon is out though. I don't know about all that.
Hey,
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I want to go ahead and apologize to Samaje Perine. I didn't think he was gonna carry the load, but he carried the load. He made me look. Hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my faith in young boy this week.
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I got Chargers versus Raiders. I'm going Chargers.
Upset alert.
Raiders.
Me.
And that ass whooping.
I see that, man. Stop playing with us.
Colts versus Cowboys. I got the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Oh no.
Be pretty.
I'm going Colts on this.
Me. Upset alert.
We're going crazy. Yeah, we're going crazy
with that damn.
We're going crazy this week.
I'm telling you, wait till my soundboard get here. That's all y'all gonna hear. In my horn, it's gonna be up. Okay, we got the Colts on the upset. Okay, Mel.
And then the last game, Monday night, we got who that gonna beat that versus the Buccaneers. And I'm
Damn,
taking
that's a
Miami.
That's a ugly game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's no way Tampa loses this game.
I got the Saints.
They can't, there's Tampa cannot lose this game.
I got the Saints. Some odd reason they got Tampa's numbers. I don't know what it is, but I got the Saints.
I mean,
It's
I
not
hope.
really
I
an
mean,
upset alert because they both suck right now. So
no, right. I'm just, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna go Tampa.
And I funny thing is I have this total score in that game being 21 points.
That's crazy because
wow.
Tom Brady gonna put up 21 in the first half.
I don't know about all that,
Yeah,
but we'll see.
I don't think so at all.
We shall see.
But let's get to those finals.
We shall see. We shall see.
Mel, you still hosting?
Oh shit, that was my bad. See, I thought we were still rolling. I forgot about the game. See, this is not water. I just want everybody to know this is not water.
Yeah, he doesn't blame it on his cup. He didn't blame it on his cup.
As T-Pain said, blame it on the alcohol. So, final words. Nope, that way.
Me,
Troy.
final words is, your boy Troy here, man. Big things coming from the sideline. It's tattooed on the heart, man. Tattooed on the heart. Love you guys, man.
Bullish.
We out here, man, from the sideline. Follow the sports Twitter. Follow the From the Sideline Twitter. Follow the sports TikTok, Sports Muru. Look out for the name change coming soon. Go Raiders, Warriors. We back to back with it. Stop playing with us. And yeah, I'm gonna see you on Monday for the basketball show.
Big Moolich. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Yes, please like, subscribe, tell your friends to tell a friend. And look, I got the blue on today. Merch coming. Hit the comments. Tell me if you like it or not.
Like, comment,
I want to
subscribe,
hear
man.
what you say. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn it up. New things coming. Like Troy said, very, very big announcement coming. We are 3 weeks away. 3 weeks.
My calendar says about 5, but we go with Mel. 3 weeks. You guys be waiting
3 weeks.
2 weeks after the 3 weeks. All right?
3 weeks.
That's what it is. 3 weeks after the 2 more weeks after the 3, and then we good to go. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Well, I said 3 weeks. We got to get it.
I'm gonna start discombobulating you guys because people gonna start writing it on that calendar.
That's fine.
It's not for the good reasons.
4.5 weeks for the other people.
Oh yeah, 7 weeks. 7 weeks.
10 weeks.
You feel me?
We got some weeks.
We definitely got some weeks, but